Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast, I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. So let's get started with today's show. So I had posted a really great publishing and self-publishing resource on LinkedIn, and one of my very good editor friends, commented and how she liked the resource. And then I replied that, well, this person's newsletter is a great one to subscribe to which my editor friend replied that she's not subscribing to as many email newsletters, but that she is bookmarking good websites for reference in the future, and that she might follow people like this on social. Now, this is someone who's in the content and book industry, and I'm an author, and I'm thinking about email marketing here, and I have to agree with my editor friend. I am not subscribing to very many newsletters these days. And in fact, I am unsubscribing to several of them. But yet, what is the advice you hear all the time? You've got to build your email marketing list. You've got to throw out an incentive. You've got to do this. You've got to get them to opt in. Now, in theory, that is great advice, and I give it too. Yes, I think you should keep building your email list. And the reason why you want to build your email list is because that is a media stream that you own and control. So it's valuable. It becomes an asset of your business or your writing business. But these days, I'm really questioning the value of it. And I tried the whole incentive thing years ago with other aspects of my business. And what I found is that if I provided a really great resource, what people would do is they'd subscribe, and then they'd almost immediately unsubscribe after they downloaded the resource. So I really didn't gain anything by doing that. Plus, I think people are overwhelmed these days. You can get, 5 tips for this, or, 10 ways to do this, that, or the other thing. You can get all of that information everywhere. So is there really an incentive to get this report? And they say, well, it has to be just outstanding. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I really am. I'm really questioning these days my investments in email marketing. Am I still going to do it? Absolutely. I am not saying don't do it, but I think, as a lot of other content experts are advising right now, you need to go what's called multi-channel, omni-channel, where you have a lot of different platforms and networks and ways to connect with your potential readers. Now, I'm more active now on social media than I have been in the past. I still, I have this podcast, and I have, just other things in my blog. I have other things that I do, but I'm not so concerned about whether they opt in with email, because I watch my own behavior. I watch the behavior of others, and I know that it's harder and harder to get people to opt into your email list. So what should you do? Well, first of all, again, as I just mentioned, go omni-channel. For example, I have a Facebook group. It's called Author Network. So if you want to join in as an author, just search for Author Network on Facebook and please join us because we have a lot of great discussions going on with people who are genuine self-published authors or those who are working towards it, and an amazing group of people. And I have a friend who, with her networking, she has a Slack channel that they have all their conversation on. And I'm also on Instagram. I've found a lot of amazing people on Instagram. Deeper conversations are occurring on LinkedIn. And not so much conversation on YouTube, but yet I'm getting people watching that too. So I think we have to, as authors, we have to be thinking in several different ways of connecting with our potential readers. And because email marketing is getting harder and harder to do. Now, one thing that I have some reservations about, and it is a growing trend, and that is with like Facebook messaging or messaging apps. I have a lot of concern about that because I want to keep like my text messaging and my Facebook messaging to those people that I really, really have a relationship with. I don't want all this marketing junk in those messaging channels. And it's going to ruin that too. I don't like email marketing just is now decimated. I mean, I was having really good open rates years ago because I've been doing email marketing since 2005 for various aspects of my business. So I've been able to watch this trend in real time over a lot of years. And um, the open rates have definitely dropped. They're not bad. I mean, I still have some pretty good open rates, but still, they're just not what they used to be. And so that's my concern with some of these messaging apps. And you have to be careful how you use them because there are, like, if you use Facebook Messenger, there's a lot of rules that you have to follow in order to comply with their terms and conditions for Facebook. So my advice to you would be to put yourself onto as many platforms as you can reasonably handle, and that you have a reasonable amount of capability to use them. If you're not good on some of them, maybe you have a presence, but I would really just concentrate on those that are good for you. So like for me, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's LinkedIn. Twitter used to be my main thing. I mean, I was just a Twitter addict for many, many years, and it did very well for my business. I got actual bona fide dollars in the bank business by being on Twitter. Today, I check it for a few minutes in the morning and I'm done. I mean, it just isn't working for me anymore. And that's another thing that you have to watch these things like email marketing, like various social channels. They're going to ebb and flow, and you have to keep adjusting the channels that you use as well. So yes, go multi-channel, but watch all the channels and then adjust as necessary. And I know this is really, really difficult. I totally understand that, but you definitely need to, this is something you need to pay attention to. So I hope you found that helpful as you consider your marketing for your book and other author business. And if you have, I would appreciate it if you would wander over to the Apple Podcast app and give the Heidi Thorne Show a nice rating and review. And while you're on the Apple Podcast app, don't forget to subscribe to the Heidi Thorne Show so that you get all of the episodes and talking about these important topics for your self-publishing business. And if you don't like the Apple platform. I'm also on Stitcher and Podbean. You can access me on your Alexa with the AnyPod skill. And I'm also on YouTube for the video version. And you just have to go to my Heidi Thorne channel on YouTube and subscribe, and you'll get all of the episodes there. If you'd like to check out all of my books, they are on Amazon. You just have to type in my name, Heidi Thorne. Look for my author page. Go to my author page on Amazon, and that will have a listing of all of my books that you can check out there. And in line with what we've been talking about today, I would really appreciate it if you would share the Heidi Thorne Show podcast with your friends on social media. Now, if you're interested in my audiobooks, those are also available on Amazon, as we talked about in just a moment ago, but they are also on the Apple Books app and on Audible. If you'd like to connect with me, my website is simply HeidiThorne.com. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode, and in the meantime, have a great day.